Hey everybody, it's Dr. Marcus Chacos with the Arthritis Solution, and today I want to talk to you about cellular memory. You may have even heard this term as tissue memory. Sometimes, though not perfectly accurately, also gets spoken about as muscle memory. And I'm going to talk about this in the context of healing and how it can actually be one of the interference factors to your own healing and repair. So let's talk about some of the theory behind this process to bring you an understanding. And I'm going to start with muscle memory, even though it is not exactly what we're talking about, but people seem to have an understanding of this to bring about, I guess, a reference point for understanding. So if you're a sports person, you will have practiced something on the training pitch over and over and over again. And so that might be, and again, I'm a soccer coach, and so we may be doing what's called skills training, and they either weave in and out with the ball so that they do it under no stress until they can do it perfectly, and then we put them in a training situation where they do it under more stress, and then they can do it in the game and deliver that skill. So they develop the muscle memory in training to perform it on the field. And it doesn't matter what sport that is, it's going to be the same whether it's basketball or netball. And the same is true for gym as well. You develop muscle memory. So if you have never ever gone to the gym in your life, the first time you start lifting weights and starting to even do high intensity interval training, it's like, man, that's crazy. This kills and it's hard. And it's because you don't have the muscle memory for that. There's no pattern in your nervous system or tissue that has this pathway ingrained within it. Whereas if you go with a person who hasn't been to the gym for a year, and they look as unfit as you, and then all of a sudden their gains are like much quicker than your gains. They're like, man, we're doing the same gym sessions, we're doing the same workouts. Why are your gains so much quicker than mine? And the answer is muscle memory. They've trained on this for years. There is pathways already ingrained into their nervous system, and so they can pick up those changes a lot quicker than you because the pathways and patterns are already there within the memory of their nervous system. In essence, it's like an already worn path through the woods. Now, you might go through a park that has never been walked through, and there's no wearing on the grass or there's no pathway that is clear. And the first time you walk through that, it's through the brambles, it's hard work. And so you're developing a new pathway, which is a new pattern in your nervous system. The well-worn path, there's a memory of people having walked there ingrained through the path. Make sense? So that's a pathway utilization within the nervous system. You have, and that's how muscle memory works. You've used it, you remembered it, the body goes back to it easily. Tissue memory or cellular memory is similar to that in that if there is repeated trauma to tissue, it retains memory of that trauma, which means if there is a trauma held in tissue, held in memory of tissue, you need to release that, and it doesn't happen once. So if there's a memory of trauma repeated over days, months, maybe years, or even decades, and you go, well, I'm going to go to the chiropractor, one adjustment should fix this, and you adjust a tissue that has held memory patterns of trauma for a decade, one adjustment doesn't change that memory any more than walking through a wilderness area that's never been traversed is going to create a path with just one walking. It's the hundreds and thousands of pathways, times walking that pathway, that slowly breaks down the foliage and the earth under your feet to make it a worn path. And that's where repetition of adjustment, continuation of tissue healing, repair and regeneration brings about a new pattern, releases the bound memory, and creates a healing opportunity for the body. So the reason I share this with you, we spoke before previously about it takes time to heal. Well, it also takes repetition of healing forces over that time to bring about the removal of interference to that healing potential within your body. When you know this, when you understand this, when you experience this, the miracle of healing unfolds for you. So I hope you appreciate the insight coming from this and give yourself time. Be patient. Let healing unfold. Thank you.